Hey y'all, what's going on? Here's another pounds for Purrs workout, and the reason why I lifted today is just because of how my schedule is going to be for the rest of the week. So even though I squatted and incline benched yesterday, I did deadlifts and overhead press today, and honestly everything went well, so no worries. So what I did was add another rep for each exercise. So I did 2 triples followed by 3 doubles, sticking with the same weight, so I'm still at 405 for deadlift. And I'm really happy to be back to conventional deadlifting. I was tempted to stick with sumo even though I just did a long block of training with it and got pretty far. I was happy in the end with what I ended up with, which was 515. And so I want my conventional back up. It's been a while since I focused on it, so this is a good time to do that. And they'll help each other out. Both conventional and sumo, they tend to help each other out. So while you're getting strong at one, when you go back to the other, you should theoretically be stronger than before, and I'm absolutely finding that to be the case. I decided on 405 as my starting weight, and I think it was spot on. It's not too easy, but at the same time there's no doubt that I'm going to get these sets, so there's no strain. I think it was a perfect number to start off with, and I can get everything dialed in, everything is in place. I don't feel like I'm rushing, and I also don't need a lot of time in between for rest, so I'm taking about 2 minutes, whereas when I go heavy I want at least 3 minutes to be able to recover and be ready for the next set if I'm doing double, singles, whatever the case might be. So for right now I can pretty much kind of go through the workout at a rather brisk pace when you think about it in terms of using these kinds of numbers, so that's always a good thing. Alright, now here's the last double for deadlift. And then after this I switch over to overhead press. And then what I did was I did a power clean before my deadlift, and I did a snatch push press before the overhead press. And these things really help out. It wasn't until about sometime last year when I started doing these priming movements, and they make a big difference. They really do, especially through warm-up sets. They just make everything a lot easier. It flows a lot better when you do something just before you start working at a big exercise, especially if it's a power lift or a strength-based lift. And here's my overhead press. Sticking with 195. My first day of this block of training I did 205. I wasn't quite sure if that was appropriate or not, and then I dropped down to 195 the last workout like you guys saw, and it moved honestly a little bit easier than I was expecting. And even though 205 might be the number that I should be starting off with, I'm happy with 195. It's enough of a challenge where I can see a lot of growth coming from it, and the heavier I go on deadlifts, the more that's going to take out of me. So really thinking about it the last couple days, I decided, you know what, I'll stick with 195. It's very doable. I don't have to worry about it. This is not that challenging. It's challenging enough, but it's not like I fear I'm gonna miss any of these reps. So I'll give it some growth, and then I don't mind starting at 195 for now. Here's the second double, and then I'll have one more double after this. Today's accessories were reverse grip Pendlay row, just to compare to the double overhand Pendlay row that I did last time. And then I also did a regular push press, which was kind of last second. I wasn't sure what I was going to do for my upper body accessory, and I ended up doing push presses. Alright guys, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and remember, adopt,